So we were faced with making a large capital expenditure or deciding to move into a cloud compartment in one of our own managed cloud compartments. And the decision came down to do a cloud strategy first and avoid that capital expenditure and really take advantage of what it meant to be in a cloud with a cloud strategy, allowing us to be flexible and nimble and moving as we needed to into larger capacity servers and decreasing the servers as required as well. And then obviously the move to S4 was something that SAP was talking about. And we knew that the dates and deadlines were coming. And there were some items that we were really looking to take advantage of. And so it all came together in one perfect harmony to do that upgrade. So we'd had SAP in place for over 20 years. We'd started with a 3.1H back in 1998. And we had a lot of customization, again, because of the nature of our business being a contracts manufacturing solutions provider. So after some analysis and evaluation, we determined that we had around 5 million lines of custom code. It was a large and substantial amount of code. And we took that time to do an analysis on top of that 5 million lines of code to see what was used and what was unused. And we were able to do that analysis over a 24-month period, which got us through, obviously, 2 year-end cycles, several quarters, and month-end cycles. So we were pretty confident out of that 5 million lines of code, it ended up that 3.5 million lines of the code had not been used in those 2 years period. So really, we decided to move forward with smartShift for numerous reasons. One of them being that they were the best in class. And the second piece really that was very important was it was an automated tool. Yes, so smartShift was able to do that remediation of those 5 million lines of code in 5 weeks. So maybe it was a coincidence that it was 1 million lines of code per week, but they were able to do all of that for us within 5 weeks. The great thing about that was it allowed for all of our code to be then part of each one of our testing cycles. I've seen some project plans from some companies where they're still doing remediation of their code right up until the last minute before go live. So all of our code was then part of each one of the test cycles. So we knew without a doubt that the code was not what was going to cause us a problem when we went live because that code had been tested and tested thoroughly. So the reason why we selected smartShift was it was an automated process. What made that fantastic is, again, there was no human error that was taken off the table. And we knew then, because of the automated tool running, that those changes were going to be highlighted and notated by each one of those automated steps. So it eliminated, I guess, the concern that we would have had about any kind of human error. The other thing is it allowed my team to focus on those higher opportunities as far as innovation and transformation that was available to us in the S4. They could focus on those pieces versus on the mundane, repetitive changing of the code themselves. And that if we had done it ourselves, it would have been something we would have done manually, which would have been extremely time consuming and would have, I'm sure, led to human error, whether they really intended to or not. So I would say for smartShift, it was the fact that all of that process was in an automated fashion really set them apart. So during the life of the project, Jabil actually grew as a company $10 billion. What that meant is we were also moving customer-related projects through the landscape at the same time as we were moving our project-related changes through the landscape. And smartShift really helped us out in the dual maintenance space, because we were moving over 3,000 transports that had nothing to do with the project, the upgrade project, but again, were related to customer projects. And the fact that we were able to keep all of that moving at the same time without any kind of a hitch or a drop was one of the, I guess, the most important thing for me, and one of the things that I'm most proudest. And by allowing us to handle the dual maintenance and giving us that code remediation of all of those dual maintenance transports within a 24-hour cycle allowed us to really continue to do each test cycle, including all of our development. So I guess the largest thing I can say one more time is I knew without a doubt that my development and my code was not going to be what was causing my problem when I went live. So what we were finding is after our successful go live, a lot of our customers and our suppliers were coming to us asking, what was it that set us apart to make us successful? And if there was something we could share with them in order to ensure that they were successful in their S4 journey. And through that, we kind of put our heads together within IT at Jabil and spun up a new service that's called Jabil IT Advisory Services. So it's twofold. It allows for another stream of revenue within Jabil, but it also allows us to partner with our customers and our suppliers to ensure that they're successful in their journey. We've had several workshops and initiatives that we've already taken under within our advisory service, and we've been able to successfully help some of those customers move forward in their S4 journey to ensure that they were successful.
The Sandbox Video Podcast was brought to you by smartShift, the global leader in intelligent automation for SAP transformations.